That was a long show. Who would ever book a show that long? Before we do any of that, we need to decide what company that we are going to head. And to do that, we need to spin the wheel of wrestling companies. Here we go. Oh no. NXT. That might be a problem, but maybe it won't be. I think we may be able to achieve it. I know, at least I know the roster. I was kind of worried about like New Japan or GCW, but at least I know the roster. It's just kind of, I think it's small. So the very trustworthy Google AI has identified the Big Egg Wrestling Universe event as the longest ever wrestling event in history, which was 10 hours long. It was a tournament, so to be honest, that's kind of cheating. Unfortunately, due to the limitations of TEW, we can only book an 8-hour show, but we are going to also tell stories along the way. And I haven't watched this, so maybe that should be something I do eventually. But I think 8 hours is a very long time, so it's not really the longest wrestling show of all time, but it's going to be a long show and it's going to take a while. NXT is probably the second best option because they have 95 active wrestlers, and that's including loans. So we also do have Joe Hendry, and then we also have, I believe, Mike Santana as well. So that adds a little bit more depth. I mean, 2 guys, but those are names, because I'm worried. The thing is, a lot of these people are unimportant, so that's a big problem, but I think we'll figure it out. We'll work with it. So we're here setting up NXT long ass effing show is what I'm gonna call this, and it's gonna be 8 hours, which is the max, and we're gonna play with pre and post show. I was considering doing that, but we'll see what happens. So in order to put on a good show, we need to find a good arena. So let's go through all of our options when it comes to regions and see which can give us the best attendance. So Mid-South so far is the top, 3,556. Same with the Southwest and Tri-State. Let's do Tri-State because I feel like Tri-State would have the best like fan base for this. And let's go ahead and make it in Peacock and Netflix because that's just what we have and that's what we've been given. Our booking team here, only the best bookers, consisting of Gabe Sapolsky, Jeremy Borash, and the Rizzler. Abba Jr. wants to be used tonight. I guess we can let him come in. Gives us, I don't know if hopefully he's at least like recognizable or well known. That would be nice. Now let's inspire. We're gonna need a lot of inspiration for this show. That's for sure. So now it is time. 480 minutes need to be booked. This is going to be interesting. So our 2 top stars is Obafemi and Trick Williams. Even though Trick doesn't have it like available to defend, I'm going to kind of see Trick as like a title defense as well for the TNA. So that'll give us a little bit more options with storytelling. So we start with no storylines. That was something that I kind of wish would be done, but we can play around with it. I'm not really going to go with too many storylines that are happening, and we're just going to try to build up storylines throughout instead. And try to give them a few story beats to make them like as good as possible by the time that their match happens. I'm going to try. This is all off the top of my head going into it blind. So, you know, we never know what's going to happen. But let's start with a pretty simple one. Let's do Trick, Joe, and Santana. Rick Williams, Joe Hendry, Mike Santana. So we're going to do one match here where I want to have Mike Santana versus Joe Hendry. And let me see, what is Mike's... Mike is well known, and we just saw Joe Hendry is a star. Personally, I want Mike Santana to win that match, but I think it's probably better if we do Joe Hendry. So we're gonna make all matches 20 minutes to start off with, and then we'll play with the times. I'm confident both these men will be able to handle it. So we're gonna do this, and as I don't know if you guessed it, the winner of the match will take on Trick Williams. And I think it'll be a better outcome. Let's say Trick wins, but maybe we could build up Joe Hendry throughout the show. Because he's pretty close. He's a 52, where Trick's a 50. And I know we probably won't get him up to 55. But maybe we can give a decent amount of momentum. And this will be for the TNA Championship, even though we can't really defend it. So after the match between Mike Santana and Joe Hendry, let's have Joe Hendry cut a promo. Let's have Mike talk too, even though he doesn't really matter too much? Actually, it does matter. I got a plan. Okay. So we're gonna have Trick Williams off screen. Let that go for 10 minutes. Injury. I'm gonna be pretty basic with the namings just because I'm telling you the stories as we go along. So Joe Hendry defeats Mike Santana. Joe Hendry cuts a promo. Then when we get to the match, the Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams match, we're gonna have Joe Hendry win, and it's because of interference from Mike Santana. And I'll do, let's see, before I continue, we just need one storytelling match, so now that I know that, that's good. But now that we have Mike Santana helping Joe Hendry win the TNA World Championship, I want to have Mike demands a title shot. So now we're going to have Mike Santana go after Joe Hendry. So that kills a decent amount of time. But my only question is, I was going to have that be for actually be to a match, but I don't think they can wrestle 3 times in a row, 3 times a day. I don't think they can. It might be 4, but I'm thinking it's 3, so I'm not gonna risk it. We can still do this angle, but it'll be kind of like on Impact or something, you know, that'll be when the match is. But I still think that that's a good use of 10 more minutes, is having Mike Santana cut a promo on Joe Hendry, and then him and Joe Hendry kind of go back and forth. So we'll actually, I want to end all the storylines too, so we'll have this end right there. And then we will also want to have interviews throughout. So we're going to have Trick interviewed. Who is the interviewer? Well, I can't remember who the interviewer is. Kelly Kincaid. Okay, Kelly Kincaid. Interviewer Trick Williams being interviewed. We're gonna keep that 6 minutes because I don't want the interviews to be super unrealistically long. Then let's also have a Joe interview. And I'm typing quick, and I'm also terrible at just spelling in general, so I will point out right now that there's probably going to be a lot of typos. A mix between my lack of ability and also me speeding through this. Kelly Kincaid, interviewer. So that's a decent amount right there. Let's actually let's take this a little bit farther. We'll do storyline victory for Joe Hendry here, and a loss for Trick Williams. And then this one will have a win for Trick Williams and a loss for Joe. Hendry's not in the angle. Oh, that's right. We got to make Joe off screen. Same with Trick. And this one. Let's have Trick off screen. And let's have a victory for Trick. And a loss. Oh, wait, no, sorry. No. Joe, and then a loss for Trick Williams. So that right there is one storyline beat, all kind of condensed down. Now it's going to get kind of mixed and matched, of course, because we got more matches and more storylines to get through. But this is currently the TNA title storyline. So that was the easy one to take care of. Now it's going to be a little bit more tricky because that was really the one that I had in my mind. So obviously I want to get the NXT title taken care of. So that is Obafemi. Ricky Saints may be a good person to go against. I wasn't even thinking about heel and faces though. That's an issue because of this match right here for us, because I think they're both faces. Oh, that's not gonna help me. So yeah, they're both faces, and that's an issue. Can I change? No, I can't. I mean, I guess I could change him before the match starts. I think I can do it. This is gonna make this angle go a little bit longer, but I think that'll be okay. So we're gonna put a pause on the NXT title match here. Mike shows a more aggressive side. I don't know why I can't spell. I don't know why the word side doesn't look correctly to me. Mike shows a more aggressive side pre-match. Mike Santana cutting a promo, and we'll put Joe Hendry in there as well. Now, I guess this will be the turn. I think we can do one little interview before the match for Mike. Let's do that. We also have to consider, which is going to be something we probably go into after the fact because it will be a little bit easier that way. The road agents and referees is going to be a little bit of a situation as well. But Mike, Joe off screen. So this interview will be what kind of hints at it. The next one will be the turn, and then so we're back on track after that. And I guess if he turns heel, that makes him demanding a title shot make more sense at the end. Yep, I was just making sure I had him turning because it seems like something I could possibly mess up. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have an issue with road agents and referees. Let's look, before we get too deep, let's look at see our best situations here when it comes to road agents. The Devon, Crowbar, Kurt Angle, Steve Lombardi. So let me go and get these guys. Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, these guys will probably be good because they sound better than others, but hopefully the addition of these guys, at least for this show, puts us, you know, helps us out a lot, because I feel like I may have to end up putting like some wrestlers like Shawn Michaels as road agent if he's not already. D6 60. Okay, so let's get Jimmy Corderas. Let's get Gary Morer. This is Lil Guido, isn't it? Guido, yeah. I'll get him just for the name value. Then we'll get Nick and Kevin Keenan, and that's the farthest I'll go. For now, we may have to get more later. But yeah, let's get Obafemi here. So Oba's a face, so Ricky Saints will now work. We need a heel for him. Now this is going to be a bit of an issue because clearly it can't be the main event. I think I'll make Trick versus Joe Hendry the main event, because we don't have really great options. I mean, the highest we can go is someone that's well known. Ethan Page is a North American Championship. So our options, the highest options we have is Ridge Holland, Sean Spears, Wesley. I think if we're thinking realistically, Wesley's the most probably deserving, and he's a little bit better than Sean Spears. Definitely better than Ridge Holland. So yeah, we'll do Wesley. Let's have Wesley win just for some fun. It doesn't really matter, so let's have Wesley win. Unless Obafemi doesn't like it, but I think he'll be okay. Yeah, okay. So let's make that 20 minutes. I'm hesitant on the match aims because of negative effects they can have. I know they can have really good positive ones, but anyways, let's go ahead and set up this storyline. I'll go through later and add some more if I feel necessary. Wesley versus, and then Wesley's got the high rise with him. I don't even know their names. He's got Tyreek Igwe and Tyson DuPont. I now that I've saying them out loud, I do recognize them, the names. Let's have pre-match. I don't know how they spell their name. Is it normal? I'm just gonna spell it normal. I know it's not right, but high rise, I think it's. I know it's R-Y-S-E, I think. Anyways, they jump Obo before a match. So let's have Wesley. He's gonna be cutting a promo. I don't really need him to cut a promo, but I think it'll be okay. I'm not gonna have him fight, and he's got better charisma than he does. Actually, maybe I do have him fighting, because I think fighting is based on star quality. So let's have Tyreek and Tyson DuPont fighting. Oh no, they need to be attackers. Attack. Wesley, attack. Then yeah, they need to be attacking, because then Oba will be a victim, and then we'll have Wesley be the winner, Obafemi be the loser. Make that 10 minutes. Okay, let's put the Oba Wesley match right before Joe and Trick. Actually, we'll try to get it more in the middle of the show, but we'll put one of the Joe Hendry interviews in there. And then after the match, I want to have Dark State attack Oba. Oba's just gonna have a really bad day. Now the problem is, can I remember these guys' names? Because I'll be honest, I do not. So I'm gonna take a picture on my phone real quick, and I'm gonna do it that way because I probably will not remember. Anyways, I'm gonna have them attack. I'm not cut a promo, my bad. I want to put Color James in. Attacker. Dion Lennox, attacker. Osiris Griffin, attacker. And then Oba will be the victim. And then we'll make this it a little bit shorter. And actually, I'm thinking about it. I should make this segment a little bit shorter too, because I know at least the high rise members will not have enough star quality for it. But let's go ahead and add Dark State to this storyline as well. Take Quan Sugars, Color James, and make them all associated with each other. Okay, that's all I think I'm gonna do right now. I don't really have any other ideas. I do want to get, and I'll get this out of the way, a technical masterclass to put in the beginning of the show, because I know that that's a good way to get things kind of pumped up if I can find the right people. I wish Fraxine was still here. Okay, Charlie Dempsey's a good option. Noam Dar, maybe Charlie Dempsey versus Noam Dar. Tavian Heights. Ooh, Thatcher. What is Thatcher? What are they? He's a heel. Charlie Dempsey's a heel. Man, that sucks. What is Noam Dar? Noam Dar's a face. Is he the next best thing? I think so. So let's have Noam Dar versus Timothy Thatcher. I hope Thatcher can go for 20 minutes, but he is our best technician, so that hopefully is good. The NXT Heritage Cup's on the line. Sure, we'll have that. And I want Timothy Thatcher to win. Thatch. And then there we go. Yeah, I keep getting mad hiccups. I keep having to take breaks. Oh, wait, hopefully they don't kill me. But if you were wondering, the save that I'm starting in is in June. So that's why I can use Noam Dar, because Noam Dar got injured again and he vacated the Heritage Cup. So let's put that. Oh no, that's the first. Yeah, that's right. I just said it. That's the very beginning of the show, because it's hard to put a technical masterclass in, you know, deeper in the show without putting a calm the crowd match before. And I hate calm the crowd matches. I think it really just messes things up, in my opinion. So we're going to start it off with that. So we're going to have Thatcher versus Noam Dar to start the show. Now we're going to have Jordan Grace versus Jane. And we're going to have the right person win this match. I don't think, no, this is, Blake Monroe's not here yet. I think she's still, she's a free agent, I believe, in this. So let's book the match first, JC Jane. And let's have, I feel like they've been teasing this for a while now. Let's have Fallon Henley turn on JC Jane. We'll do it a different way. We'll have the match kind of go the same way that it happened at Evolution, except for it's like JC Jane's companions turning on her. And that way JC Jane can leave looking still a little bit strong, just because she got screwed by someone else instead of her losing clean. I think we can make this the storytelling match too. I think that'll be the best one. Yeah, so that'll be for the NXT title. No, sorry, the NXT women's title. Sorry, Oba. We'll squeeze that in before Santana and Joe Hendry. And then I think we should have Fallon Henley start preparing for a face turn. And then during this match, we're going to also have her turn. Yep, so JC Jane will be turned on by Fallon Henley. And let's have a Fatal Influence interview where then Fallon will start kind of hinting at her turn as well. Basically what they've been doing for months now, it seems. We'll mix it up. We'll have Stevie Turner interview. I know she's the GM of Evolve, but I feel like give Kellyanne a night off. I mean, not a night off, but a time off. Kellyanne. I keep saying, I don't know if I'm saying her name right at all ever. And I went to say Kelly, but then I messed up and said Kellyanne. Your name is Kelly. I think we could do that for 10 minutes, I think, hopefully. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not really going for the best show. It'd be nice to have a good show, but well, baby steps, you know. Fatal Influence interview. And let's have JC get a win over Jordan on this one. Jordan Grace is unhappy with the booking of this angle. I hate that. It's like, she knows she's going to win the match. Whatever. Okay, so we'll have an unreciprocated win for JC Jane. Okay, 174 more minutes. I feel like we're already cutting it close to the storylines we got. We got Ethan Page and Ricky Saints, though. And then we also have, of course, the North American Championships, the Women's North American Championship. I mean, we could crown the Evolve champion. And of course, we got Callie Armstrong as the Women's Evolve champion. The problem is are they unimportant? Okay, Callie. Yeah, she's unimportant. That's a big issue. Is anyone from Evolve not unimportant other than Timothy Thatcher? Wendy Chu. So that makes the Women's Evolve champion better because we do Callie Armstrong. She's a heel, so they're both heels, but we can add another woman in, I guess. Attorney woman in here. Let's add Tyra May Steele to this. She's not great, but let's add her. And then we'll have Callie defend. She's barely, I think she said 4 days she's had it. Yeah, 4 days. So we'll have her keep it. We'll do this one for 15. Tyra's unhappy. Is she the only one? Yeah, she is. I don't really want Tyra to lose it, but I guess it makes sense because Callie's unimportant. Can I have Wendy win? Will that upset? I'd rather have Wendy win it then. Okay, so that's better. I'd rather have Wendy win it than Tyra. Let's put that in between the Mike interview and the Fatal Influence interview. I mean, this is more than this is about like a normal show here. Probably even more. It's a long show. So let's book the Ricky Saints and Ethan Page match, and then we'll start going backwards from there. I want to have, of course, Ricky Saints win. I'm sure this can be a 20 minutes match. Can I make this, because theirs was a street fight, wasn't it? We'll do a last man standing. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the fan base doesn't not want it. Okay, this is fine. Good. We'll put this right here, just in between angles. That's gonna be the attempt is to put match angle. Now, let me make a storyline for that because I can continue to have angles between Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. So we're gonna have one of them brawl backstage, and then we'll have individual interviews. Got to make Ricky Saints off screen, and then we'll have Ricky Saints interview. Okay, so now it's pretty much it. I believe that all we need for them. We only need 129 more minutes, so we're actually nearing close. Let me make the Evolve Women's Championship match. I don't know if it's gonna help much, but I think it'll help a little bit, the fact that it's in a storyline. Got to do that before. Callie Armstrong and trying to remember the third person. Oh, Tyra. Because I've learned that it's better to have a storyline with absolutely no heat than just no storyline at all, I believe. I believe that's how it works. Now I'm just in my thinking state, trying to make sure include as much as possible. And we still have plenty of people left, so I don't think we're gonna have to worry about people. I mean, they're all well known down though, but I don't think I'm really gonna have to mess with any of the unimportant people too much, so that's good. And actually thinking about it, they're pretty active on TV, but I wonder if it might be better for show quality if I remove Dark State, because it looks like Saquon Sugars is the only one recognizable person in that. I just completely zoned out. I started booking this match off screen, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm doing Jada Parker versus Soruka, 20 minutes long for the North American title. And then I want to make the storyline, of course. Let's see, did they have... Jada has good charisma and good star quality. Soul's pretty good too. She's really bad on the microphone though. So I'm gonna have Soul win, and then I can do I haven't thought about this. I could do a spot stump bumps. Is it stump bumps or crazy bumps? It's stump bump, because this is the one where she doesn't want to do them. I was gonna have Soul Ruka because I feel like she is good, you know, does more of the spot stuff, but she didn't want to do it. So Jada did though. So I'll have Jada Parker take a stump bump just to get some of these, you know, in. Maybe I should do one for the Ricky Saints Ethan Page match too, if they will be okay with that. Squeeze this match in between the Ricky Saints interview and High Rise Jumping Oba. And now let's edit Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page and see if we can, you know what, I think maybe they won't do it because they're a little more older. Yeah, they definitely won't take a crazy bump. They won't take a stump bump. Speaking of someone that would probably do a stump bump, Javon Evans. I want to get him in, of course. I would like to get a high spots match. I think he's the only one we got, but maybe I could find somebody. Oh, what about Sean Legacy? Maybe he's good. Here's a Hoffa. If I could find someone with a good high spots, that would be nice. I mean, there's people with decent ones, but not super great ones either. Sean Legacy's only at 58. I'll keep him in mind, but I'm gonna look for, see if I can find any local people. So we'll do Ariel. We'll do anything above a 58. So let's see. So Amazing Red will be cool, but I don't know if he really could handle it too well. He's a 72 though. 68. Facade's good. I like Facade. He's always been good for me in this kind of stuff. Even Loki, he's pretty lower. I thought he was a lot better than that. Honestly, I may do Facade and Amazing Red and have Javon go over them. Yeah, Facade will be our heel. So let's do a three-way. Facade, Javon Evans, and Amazing Red. I almost forgot Amazing Red. Be a pretty interesting win for Javon. We'll do 15 minutes. I'm a little bit worried about Amazing Red. I mean, him and Facade are about the same, aren't they, though? But he's got good stamina. I think we'll be okay. I don't know if it'd be worth protecting him. Plus, he's better than Facade in those stats. I think Facade will be able to handle it, so I think we'll be okay. Fingers crossed. If I say it multiple times, because I'm a little bit nervous about it, but it's whatever. I feel like if this match actually happened, people would pop for it, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, let's go and make that a story. I kind of impressed myself by spelling Facade's name correctly, because I just expected to spell wrong. And then we'll have right before the match, we'll have Ava announce. She'll announce Javon's opponents. So have this be backstage, and we'll have Facade and Amazing Red be off screen. So we'll have Ava announces Evan's opponents. We'll have that. We don't have to put that right ahead of it. Definitely very angle heavy, but I know that is very common. It's NXT after all. So yeah, let's put it right before. No, let's not put it right before. Let's put it after this Ethan Page interview here. or Ethan Page interview because I spelled Page with an H right there for some reason.
Hey, quick question. Do you want more from Mindset TEW? Then it's time to join the Mindset TEW Elite Membership Program. This isn't just another subscription. It's a badge of honor for the real ones who want to support the channel and get rewarded while they're at it. When you become part of the Elite, you get access to early videos before they drop publicly, exclusive members-only content made just for you, content from the vault, those discontinued uploads you can't find anywhere else. And on top of that, you get custom loyalty badges that evolve the longer you're Elite, and emojis you can flex in live chats, premieres, and comments. It's more content, more access, and more connection with the Mindset TEW community. So, if you've been rocking with the channel, if you love TEW, the strategy, the passion, the mindset, this is your moment. Click that join button to take your seat in the locker room with the best of the best. Welcome to the next level. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Mindset TEW Elite.
Now I want to focus more on some more women's matches. We have Lash Legend, who is well known. So she's our top woman that we have available right now. And then looks like during Recognizable, we have Fallon Henley, Carmen Petrovich, Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice. So we actually have a decent amount. Nikita Lyons, Tatum Paxley, Thea Hale, and Zarya. So we have plenty. I'm back and forth between doing a battle royale, or maybe I can actually do some story with them. I think this was after. I can't remember. This was before or after. Tatum Paxley aligned herself with. I just had a massive blank. I can't think of her name. So I could just look here. The woman in Calling. Why can't I think of her name? Izzy Dame. Am I using Izzy Dame? Because I also can't find her. Let's see, Izzy Dame. She's unimportant. I don't know why I wasn't able to find her. But my point being is I can put Tatum and Izzy as a tag team, and then for faces, because Tatum is a heel. So I don't know if this is exactly when they were together, but we're gonna act like they're together. Let's have them go up against Carmen Petrovich and Thea Hale. Tatum, Izzy, Thea, Carmen. So now we make Izzy aligned with Izzy aligned with Tatum and Carmen aligned with Thea. And I think we'll do 15 minutes because there's not really much of a reason for this match. I'm going to try to make one, but we'll have Carmen and Thea win this match. And we'll fit that. Right now, we're just kind of throwing things in because I don't really know where to put them anymore at this point. We got so much going on. Convinces Tatum to attack Thea and Carmen. So we'll just do promos because I think those will usually perform a little bit better. But basically, Izzy will manipulate Tatum, and that's kind of what starts this whole thing, and that'll be backstage. We'll put that. Actually, gonna put that a little bit. The match. I'm gonna put that a little bit lower because we're pretty angle heavy in the beginning of the show. It's looking like. So now I just gotta find this match. There it is. We'll put that after. Put that after the Paige and Saints brawl, and then we'll put this segment. Put it right before the Evolve Women's title match. Another thing we need to focus on a little bit here is the tag team titles. Now is a very poor tag team division. Hank and Tank are champions. I really can't tell you who would be good. I think maybe we do a makeshift tag team. We could do Tavion and Charlie Dempsey. I think that'll be good. That's feels less makeshift. Could do Miles Bourne. I know Charlie Dempsey's a little bit better. So we'll do these guys for the tag team titles. Let's have Hank and Tank win still, since they are the established team. It just makes sense. Put that a little bit more towards the top. Actually, no, we'll put that in between the Ethan Page interview and then Ava making the announcement about Evan's match. We'll do that. Trying to do more every other segment is it's a match, then an angle match, you know what I mean? So like I said before, we're gonna keep that going. Let's make this a angle. I mean, I think we're pretty good on angles at this point, but I do believe that it makes a bigger boost to the matches if all of them have angles. All right, so now we got this storyline put together. Let's put a little backstage segment together here as well, though. NQCC interview. That way we can also get Miles Bourne and Ren Sinclair involved as well. Let that be backstage. Then Kelly will be the interviewer. Now we're getting angle heavy early in the show again. Let's put that right before the Paige and Saints brawl, because you can kind of imagine that they're backstage doing the interview, and then Paige and Saints kind of goes by them brawling. That makes sense. Oh, and I also have to add Hank and Tank as off-screen members. And let's also have Charlie and Tavion get some wins here. I have one be a win over Hank and one have a win over Tank. Okay, let's see what we're working with now. We still have Last Legend to use up. We can use, I guess. We have 33 minutes, so we're getting real close. We have a lot of men that I don't really have a want to use, so we may just have like a big women's match here at the end, because we still have a decent amount of women here. We have Last Legend, Alan Henley, Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice, Keita Lyons, Zarya. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't need to count that out of my head, but it's fine. We did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's do this. Just have a big women's match. It'd be like the winner will get a shot at the North American title. Oh, I almost put Miles Bourne in the match. That'd be interesting. Let's have Kalani Jordan win. I feel like she deserves a good win. We'll make this 15, and then we'll get another 15-minute match, and we'll do a men's match as well. I think that'll be good. Let's see, where can we fit that right here above Ava announcing Evan's opponents, and right before Mike's pre-match interview or pre-match segment. So let's do the same with the men's. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have these 4 men, which I'm okay using all of these. All 4 of these. We could put Tala in and maybe Miles Bourne. We already are using Miles Bourne though, so let's see. Rich Holland, Sean Spears, Tony D'Angelo. Let's do Brooks Jensen and not just Brooks. Josh Briggs. That's who I was wanted to use. And yeah, let's do Talataga since he's here. And let's have Josh Briggs get the win. I just replaced Tony D'Angelo. So like I said, we'll have Josh Briggs get the win on that one. Make that 15 minutes. And Lexus King's unhappy. Is he the only one? Okay, so I guess I'm not trying to make people upset, and it doesn't really matter to me long term. Let's make Lexus King win the match, so it's the best possible. We'll put that right here in between these interview spots, I guess. You have it. 28 segments long, 8 hours worth of TV. We have done it. We have booked a show taking 367 minutes. Let us go ahead and start the show. Oh, shoot. Mike Santana does not want to be used in over 30 minutes of angles. Uh-oh. So we got to think about this smartly. So this is the build. There's Mike Santana is the build, right? For his heel turn. He's in 2 matches. He's just in 1 actually. Let's cut this one down, the more aggressive side. Is this the actual turn? We'll make the actual turn just a minute because he's gonna go into the match. I doubt it, but okay. That just fixed it. That's good. Okay, good. Anyways, so we're going to start off the show. Timothy Thatcher defeats Noam Dar, and Timothy Thatcher wins the Heritage Cup. This had a wrestling rate of 59, crowd of 36, summer rating of 60. Then we have a Fatal Influence interview. Then we have Izzy Dame commanding Tatum Paxley to attack Carmen and Thea Hale with a summer rating of 36. That's not good. We have Wendy Chu defeating Callie Armstrong and Tyra May Steele to win the Evolve Women's Championship. Side of wrestling rating of 28, crowd rating of 23, summer rating of 26. Yeah, this isn't going so good so far. Then we have the NQCC promo, a summer rating of 33. Then we have a brawl between Ethan Page and Ricky Zanes. We get a summer rating of 46. Then Carmen Petrovich and Thea Hale defeat Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame with a wrestling rating of 32, crowd rating of 28, summer rating of 35. Then we have Mike Santana being interviewed. Summer rating of 64. Jordan Grace defeats JC Jane after interference from Fallon Henley. Set a wrestling rating of 46, crowd rating of 41, summer rating of 52. And then we have the Fallon Henley turn, which was a complete success. Then we have the Ethan Page interview with a summer rating of 53. Then we have Hank and Tank defeating No Quarter Catch Crew with a wrestling rating of 43, crowd rating of 28, summer rating of 47. Ava announces that Javon Evans will be taking on Amazing Red and Facade. This had a summer rating of 38, which this was awful. And then we have the women's #1 contender match where Kalani Jordan defeats Fallon Henley, Lash Legend, Lola Vice, Nikita Lyons, and Zarya with a wrestling rating of 39, crowd rating of 34, summer rating of 42. Looks like AJ Winkler did not do a good job at being a road agent. Then we have Joe Hendry and Mike Santana cutting promos. I believe that this is their pre-match, right? Is this his turn? Yeah, I believe this is Mike's turn, which was a complete success. Yep, so now we go into the match. Joe Hendry defeats Mike Santana with a wrestling rating of 57, crowd rating of 45, summer rating of 63, which they have good chemistry together, which is great to see. And then we have the post-match promo towards Trick Williams. This had a 71 rating, so I knew this would be the better of the storylines that we had going, but I didn't know the other ones were going to be as poor as they were. And then we have Javon Evans defeating Facade and Amazing Red, which actually this one did a lot better too than I expected. I expected this one to be kind of a stinker just because of the wear and tear that Amazing Red and Facade have faced, but this was pretty good, especially since it was a high spots match. This had a wrestling rating of 49, crowd of 28, summer rating of 52. I wonder if the show length has anything to do with crowd rating. I'm not too sure, but if it does, that would make a lot of sense. Then we have a Trick Williams interview, which had a summer rating of 68. Then the NXT title #1 contenders match. Lexis King defeats Ridge Holland, Sean Spears, Josh Briggs, Tony D'Angelo, and Tala Tonga with a wrestling rating of 44, crowd rating of 36, summer rating of 41. We're slowly building crowd rating. Maybe by the end of this 8-hour show, we'll have a good crowd rating. Then we have a Ricky Saints interview with a summer rating of 56. So Ruka defeats Jada Parker to defend her North American Championship. This had a wrestling rating of 39, crowd of 35, summer rating of 37. And then we have High Rise all attacking Oba Femi, and AJ Winkler did not do well either. This was a summer rating of 31 though. And then we get to the match where Wesley defeats Oba Femi to win the NXT title. This had a wrestling rating of 61, crowd rating of 46, summer rating of 51. Then we have Dark State, which I don't think Dallas Irvin was supposed to be there. I can't remember who was actually supposed to be in that spot, but I guess Dark State and a ref attacked Oba Femi after the match. Set us up at 26. And then we have Ricky Saints defeating Ethan Page in a last man standing match where Ricky Saints wins the NXT North American Championship. Set a wrestling rating of 57, crowd of 48, summer rating of 54. Saints with a 60 performance. Ethan Page with a 53. I don't know why I read that one, but not the others. We have a Joe Hendry interview, which got a 66 rating. And then we have the match where Joe Hendry defeats Trick Williams due to interference from Mike Santana. This had a wrestling rating of 56, crowd rating of 54, summer rating of 60. After the match, Mike Santana demands a shot at the TNA World Championship, and that got a summer rating of 52, and that ends NXT's long-ass effing show. And increased our popularity in 21 regions. We actually did decent, 62 overall rating. I don't know how most NXT shows usually go. Like, if this is pretty normal for an NXT show. I think it's really unfortunate. Like, some people, I feel like, are kind of way too low rated. I feel like with this, I haven't played with NXT much in this the Real World Chronicles, but like Dark State, really bringing that down. I know it didn't have that way to ref, but like all the women and stuff definitely did not perform well, which is kind of ridiculous because if you watch NXT, that's like the top performers of NXT are all the women, so that's kind of unfortunate, but I still think we had an amazing show. So amazing show for what it took. I mean, this took a couple hours for me to put together, so that being said, obviously let's good compliment Mike Santana. Let's compliment Dallas Irvin for, really putting it together there in that Dark Stage 1, even though it did terrible. And let's reprimand AJ Winkler. Let's compliment Mike Santana. Let's give Dallas Irvin a hug, and let's verbally eviscerate AJ Winkler. Mike Santana was pleased. Dallas Irvin seemed pleased. AJ Winkler didn't seem too concerned with your speech, at least for now. And we even made some money, $2,374. This is just all kind of unexpected, all really unexpected, because we had absolutely no momentum started. No storylines built. I genuinely impressed myself that we had such a good. I mean, it really was not that good of a show, all things considered. But the fact that we did gain popularity and did make money means that good enough for me. You know, good enough for me. But that's the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.